health problems, unemployment, and so on. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic shattered the whole world. We feel and we are suffering a lot. We never come across these kind of problems before. Such is the status that we feel. So why these problems? How to come out from these problems? How to overcome these virus attacks? These kind of illnesses, infectious diseases? We have the answer. It is our duty to find the answers. We have the answers through Vethathiri Maharishi, through Vethathiri. If you go through the concepts, we struggling a lot. If you go through this present moment, out of 800 crore people, around 460 people are suffering because of this lockdown, economic problem. Among the 460 crore people, 160 crore people are from unorganized sector. 87% of the world school-going children are affected now. Among that 87 percentage, that is approximately 130 crore children are suffering, not going to school. Among that people in India, our children, 86% of the children are not at all having the facility of this online program. Throughout the world, 50 crore people are brought under poverty line because of this problem. 4 crore people are suffering with not having food, that is food shortage. So these problems, it is we are not expected these problems, unexpected, but it is our duty to overcome these problems. The only answer is that we have to follow the practices of Vethathiri Maharishi. What he had given, see, whenever it is, whether it is before COVID-19 attack or after the COVID-19 pandemic attack, we had the sufferings because we are not having, and the focal point is immunity power. Whether it is physical, physiological, mental, social, emotional, the focal point is immunity power. Those who are having immunity power could withstand these problems. Those who couldn't have immunity power, they are suffering. So for your kind information, this Vethathiriyam, the farsightedness of Vethathiri Maharishi, he gave the simplified Kundalini Yoga, and also he gave the answer of food patterns that we have to follow. For your kind information, 60% of the immunity power we can gain from our simplified Kundalini Yoga practice. 40% of the immunity power we can attain by following the food habits of Maharishi. So at the outset, the simplified Kundalini Yoga practices include simple physical exercises, Kapalabhati practices, Kayakalpa practices, introspection, and also the dhyana techniques, that is davam. By these, if we follow, we can gain 60% of our immunity power. And also, if you have the food habits of cool, that is kanji, during breakfast time, and the food items in the lunch time, and Vethathiri's food items in the dinner time, if we follow, the remaining 40% of our immunity power we can gain. That's what research findings and the scientists are telling now. You take the example, Stanford University, so Harvard University, they found that recently, if you follow, if you want to have immunity power, simply you can gain by doing prayers, by doing pranayama practices. That means simple breathing exercises and also meditation. If you follow these practices, definitely you can come out from the illnesses. That's what Stanford University and also Harvard University scientists they are telling. And at the same time, these practices we easily can from Vethathiri Maharishi. What they are telling, you go for prayer, you do simple exercises, breathing exercises, and go for meditation. So these, we are getting answers from our Vethathiri. And also, there are two important doctors, medical doctors, Mangala Narasimhan and Cameron from America. What they are advocating, if you do and if you relax facing the ground, that is in prone position, and if you relax, you will get more oxygen efficiency. And most of the patients who are undergoing this technique, they could get 98% of the oxygen supply. There also Vethathiri Maharishi gives answer. So if you are affected by COVID problems, if you are affected intense, if you are at ICU, suffering a lot, definitely if you do Magarasana part 2 of Vethathiri Maharishi, definitely you can come out from these problems. And also there is a doctor called Mariappan, scientist. He is now working as the Deputy Director of ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Science. He is the Deputy Director. What he tells, he asks us to take rasam. That is, in another format, we can call it as soup. So there, you are getting garlic, ginger, and also onion are included. If you take that rasam, they have immunity power immense. So Stanford University, and also this Harvard University, Dr. Cameron, that is Dr. Mangala Narasimhan. These are persons, they are advising these aspects. And very particularly, there is a scientist called Anu Gant from America. What he tells, you have breakfast with kanji or cool, what our Maharishi tells in the morning. And also he advocates, do some simple practices, simple breathing practices, pranayama practices, that we can get from Vethathiri, that Kapalabhati. Slowly, if you do Kapalabhati, definitely you can remove your toxins from your body, particularly from brain. And also you can have relaxation so that it will overcome your deficiency. So these are all the persons, they are advocating directly or indirectly our Vethathiri Maharishi practices. And also I want to tell you, why Maharishi is standing alone in popularizing his philosophy, that is peace consciousness. There are so many concepts that the scientists now they are telling through research. For example, what nowadays the scientists are telling, healing force is within himself. That is, whatever illnesses we have, so the maximum World Health Organization advocates there are 55,000 problems, illnesses in the world. So if you want to get rid of from those problems, what they are advocating, that you have to follow the practices of Vethathiri. And why? Because the scientists are telling, healing force, you no need to worry about the outer remedies. Healing power is within himself, within yourself. The same thing our Vethathiriyam also tells. Like, if we do these kind of simplified yogic practices, simple Kundalini yoga practices, we can come out from these concepts and we can heal our problems within ourselves. And the second point is, nowadays the researchers and the scientists telling, whatever you do exercises, for your kind information, there are 5,000 systems are there. Among the 5,000 systems, if you follow your Vethathiriyam, that will be helpful. Why Vethathiriyam practices are far superior means, the scientists they are telling, if you use your own body for activating yourself, that is far better practices than using the props, using the tools, using some equipment. What we come across, for example, using weights, using poles, you can do exercises. But if we follow the practices using our own body, you can remember very easily the simple physical exercises, this Kapalabhati, Kalpa practices, meditation. We no need any assistance. We can use our own body and we can do these practices. So that's why what I want to tell you, that we have to use our own body, as said by Maharishi, to overcome all problems. These two research findings are very, very latest findings. So I want to tell you two things here. One is that most of the foreigners, for your kind information, 186 nations are affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. Many of the countries like America, England, European countries, they are affected because of the death of old person, aged person, because of the lack of immunity power. For your kind information, our simplified Kundalini yoga practices are far better practices for aged person, because you are moving softly, you are moving and you are doing the exercises slowly. So when you do these practices, suppose if those Americans, England people, Britishers and the Europeans, if they would have followed Vethathiri principles, definitely they would not have affected that much. Why I am saying, the foreigners, the affected countries, they are healthy people, no doubt. They are fit persons, no doubt. They are having wellness qualities, no doubt. But do they have immunity power? There comes our Vethathiri. They are lacking immunity power. That's why 70% of the deaths are because of from old people. So, our simplified Kundalini yoga practices will be far better practices for that kind of people. And the second point I want to tell you, now during this period, we come across around 1 lakh pregnant women are suffering by various problems. It is our duty to safeguard 1 lakh pregnant women in Tamil Nadu only. For your kind information, if we want to safeguard, if we want to protect, if we want to keep up their pregnant women's health, for your kind information, Maharishi has given lot of inputs for pregnant women. Generally, it is good for women. That is different question. And if you have gone through the Dinamani newspaper 10 days back, our Kumudavalli Shivkumar, the daughter-in-law of SKM star, she gave an interview in that article in the paper. And we have to feel proud and pride that she is giving each and every day the practices of Vethathiri in Erode. And very particularly, she is concentrating on pregnant women. Most of the pregnant women got the practices of Vethathiriyam. They gave natural birth. That is, their natural delivery they could attain. Why? Because why we have to make the women to do simplified Kundalini yoga practices? Why we have to ask them to do simple physical exercises with modifications, with the guidelines of our Vethathiri? Because 4 hormones, very particularly estrogen, endorphin, apelin, and also relaxin. These 4 hormone segregations, they will get in a balanced state when you do simplified Kundalini yoga practice. These hormones will not be in a position to act in a balanced state with other practices. For your kind information, if you do these practices, Sky practices, the estrogen will segregate in a balanced state so that you will get immunity power. Because there are some proteins in our body itself, ACE2, caspase 12, and some other hormones and some other proteins, they will accept and they will be against our T cells to protect our body from coronavirus. They will go hand with coronaviruses and they will help to get spoiled our body system. For your kind information, estrogen is the hormone that will protect by subsidizing the actions of those enemy proteins, and we will get promoted on our immunity system. Very particularly, when you do simple physical exercises and also the other practices of Vethathiri, and if you follow food habits, definitely you can get a mood elevating hormone endorphin. The endorphins will produce immunoglobulin B-M enzyme so that our body will be protected from various problems. And also there is a hormone called apelin. This apelin hormone will promote the pregnant women in a balanced segregation, as because when you do simple physical exercises, the pregnant women and mothers and also fetuses will get developed their metabolic health, that is blood sugar, BP, HDL, and also other important promoting lipid test concepts. And at the same time, the relaxing hormone should be get balanced. If you do heavy practices, it will build up. The relaxing hormone will be high and all your body parts will be affected. So in order to safeguard pregnant women and the fetuses by promoting these endorphins, estrogen, apelin, relaxing hormones. So if you want to have these four important hormones to get in a balanced state, you ought to go for simplified Kundalini yoga practice. Because of these four areas, I want to stress here. And one more point, a few points again I want to stress means the Vethathiriyam practice, the followers, what I want to suggest, when you are teaching, assistant professors and professors are there, when you're teaching the common men, you tell them to do daily. Why? Because they have to do daily these practices. For your kind information, there are four blood vessels, four types of blood vessels in our body. Mega size, mega big size, medium size, and also that is soft blood capillary. Among these four, if you do occasionally, only the blood capillaries and medium blood vessels only get benefited. But if you do daily practices, mega big size vessels in the stomach and chest, big size blood vessels in the stomach and chest also will get benefit. That's why we are telling daily practices are very, very essential, as because blood flow only will keep your brain intact, functions intact. Another point is the professors and assistant professors, you make the people to do yogic practices at least 66 days in a year. The recent research findings tell that if you do the practices 66 days in a year, at least among 365 days, they will do these practices lifelong. The only thing you have to make them to do minimum 66 days. This is the recent research finding. So by following all these things, what I want to conclude, for your kind information, for medical side, in order to buying tablets and injections like that, throughout the world, we are spending around 85 lakh crore rupees only for these medical expenses. Among that, the medical companies, what they are doing, they are spending 11.5 lakh crore in research to find out new medicine. For kind information, that for cancer only, we are spending 10 lakh crore rupees. For diabetics, we are spending 4 lakh crores. Why we have to spend all these things? If we keep our body intact, if we keep our health intact, if we keep our fitness intact, if we keep our wellness intact, so if you spend 0.5% of these expenses in Vethathiriyam, definitely we can save the world. So what I want to tell you, so Adi Shankara, he popularized the Advaita philosophy. How meditation is popularized by Buddha. How divinity was popularized by Vivekananda throughout the world. It is our duty to promote Vethathiriyam to the world now. This is the right occasion. Why I am telling, now the central government and state government, they are thinking to get financial inputs, financial investment from foreign countries, those who are reluctant to go to China. So they are trying to invite all those foreign investments to India to promote our economy. Like that, now it is our duty to export our Vethathiriyam. That is, we have to propagate our Vethathiri's principles. This is the right time. In order to save crores of Americans, crores of England people, crores of Europeans, crores of Chinese, Vethathiriyam is the best and superior practice. So we have to think. You can do by two. We can do by two areas. One is through research. I am very happy that Dr. Ravindranath, Dr. N.A. Perumal sir, and some scholars like Tamarai Chelvi, Anuradha, Basumati Pandurangan, they are all doing great works in research at r.E.L. So this is the right occasion to promote this Vethathiriyam through research finding. At the same time, others, it is your duty to spread the concepts, to spread the philosophies of Vedas. So in this August occasion, I want to quote from Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita tells, our senses are superior than our body. Our mind is superior than our senses. Our intellect is far better than our mind. Our soul is far better than intellect. Vethathiriyam, the simplified Kundalini yoga practices, Vethathiri Maharishi's philosophy are far better and superior practices to safeguard and protect the world at present. So thank you very much for having given this fantastic opportunity. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Valga Valamdan, sir. Thank you for the inspiring speech and letting all of us know that to fight COVID-19 pandemic, 60% is through raising the immunity level and 40% through food habits. 60% of raising the immunity level involves 4 pillars of our Vethathiriyam practices, which is simplified Kundalini Yoga, Kaya Kalpa, meditation, and introspection. Thank you, sir. Now the forum is open for discussions. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask your questions. While everyone is preparing for the questions, we have few announcements to make. As Professor mentioned, that immunity matters a lot to fight against COVID-19. To raise the immunity level, please emphasize all your near and dear ones to learn and practice Kaya Kalpa Yoga. You can easily learn Kaya Kalpa Yoga from safety of your own house, visiting kayakalpayoga.edu.in, or you can also learn the exercises through our Android app. Our monthly journal Anbali is also available via Android app in Play Store. You can access the content of Swamiji speeches at the nominal subscription. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV to listen to all past speeches of our beloved professors for free. Vethathiriyam principle suggests donating 1% of income to the good cause of society. We invite you all to donate to the World Community Service Center either through Anboli app or our official website vethathiri.edu.in. Section 80G exemptions are available for these donations. Forum is open for Q&A session now. Rudresh?
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good
Actually,
evening.
actually, you had mentioned that if in ICU, you told to practice do some particular things that I missed. Can you repeat that?
No, that is when you do in prone position in Savasana, when you do it in prone position, that is when you do Magarasana part B, practices of Vethathiri, you can relax more. By relaxing that, 12% of oxygen capacity increases, and at the outset, 90% of your oxygen that patients they are getting told by Mangala Narasimhan and Cameroon. So it is better to do if we have any problems, if we come across into this Magarasana position, we can get relaxed state.
Be blessed. Saravanan?
Be blessed by the divine, sir. Sir, this is a wonderful speech, sir. We have given us all good outputs so that we are we lot of people would be tensed whether COVID-19 would attack us. You've given us such good information from all doctors from all over the world that doing our practices we can uh, sustain we get nearly 60% of the uh, what to say the immunity power from our practices alone, and the rest
Thank you.
the 40% from food
40%.
habits. Yeah,
Five.
very thank you very much, sir. We now one suggestion to our people who are your mic wasn't close by, sir. I think if you had a headset or something, it would have been even clearer.
Okay.
We were missing that. The other gentleman who
No.
asked about that Maharashtra part 2, it was not audible. So, if they
Oh,
if you are instructed properly, I think it would be even better, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for giving so
thank
many
you, Saravanan.
and
Thank you, Saravanan.
given us a lot of duty for ourselves and to the society, what we have to do for ourselves and what we have to propagate our Maharishi's thinkings to the world. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Saravanan. Thank you.
Bless me.
Thank you. Be blessed by the divine. Balasubramanian? Balasubramanian? Balasubramanian, please go ahead.
What Ramadan, sir? Sir, I am
Good.
the Hindi test.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Excellent speech, sir. You
Okay.
clearly explained Vethathiriyam with many supporting statistical facts in research field. Only one doubt, sir, that you mentioned something 60 simplified physical exercise. If anybody doing for just 60 days, 66 days in a year.
Immunity power.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
Okay.
Suppose if we want 10% immunity power today, that 60% we will get from exercises and
Yes,
40% by our sattvic diet. These how to take food items, how to do exercises, we should not do too much. So these Vethathiri exercises would be more beneficial for us. Thank you, Bala.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Manikandan, please go ahead.
Sir, வாழ்க வளமுடன் சார். சார் உங்களுடைய ஸ்பீச் வந்து ரொம்ப
Thank you.
ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் சார். சார் எனக்கு ஒரு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கு.
சொல்லுங்க.
இப்போ வேர்ல்ட் லெவல்ல நிறைய பேர் வந்து இந்த இம்யூனிட்டி பத்தி ஃபுட் ஐட்டம்ஸ் அப்படியெல்லாம் சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்க. ஏன் சார் யாருமே வந்து இந்த வித்து சக்தியோடைய மதிப்பு வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் ஆகட்டும் சரி மற்ற ஆட்கள் வந்து சொல்ல மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க? இது தெரியலையா இல்ல அறியாமையா? இது என்ன இது நீங்க கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
That's why we have to spread Vethathiriyam to the world. That we have to. It is in our hand to have that responsibility to spread. We are in very good shape in Tamil Nadu. So we are improving little bit and mostly in other states. Now it is the right time. Now it is the right time to spread these messages to the world community, so that because we come across every 15 years there is only new infectious disease comes. So if we follow Vethathiri, definitely we can get rid of all these problems, suffering.
Rightly said, sir. Be blessed. Rajgopal Mohandas.
Vadathiri, sir. I am a chronic patient of heart disease. Last year, the same time I was admitted in ICU. I was only following by the time Veththiriyam on the bed itself. That given the life for me. For that, your lecture is very, very wonderful, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rajagopal. Thank you, Rajagopal. I want to tell you one thing. Now the corona survivors, if you ask them, many
Yes,
of
sir.
them are telling, because of that prayer, I could come out from this problem. So
Yes.
Rajagopal's experience we want to utilize for others.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Vadathiri.
Be blessed.
For
Kanagarajan.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kanagaraj.
Sir, are you hearing?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
can hear you, sir.
Sir. I have one problem,
Ah.
sir. I am regularly doing the exercise as well as the morning.
I couldn't hear properly. I couldn't hear properly.
I couldn't have good sleep. Sound sleep is not there.
Kanagaraj,
And one or two days, even I am not sleeping. Instead of sleeping in the day hours, sometimes 3 hours or 2 hours only I'm sleeping, sir. But for the past 10 days, I am troubling by this problem, sir. I'm getting more. That is.
Sorry, sir.
This
Connection is bad.
insomnia problem,
Yep.
Kanagaraj, this insomnia problem can easily get rid of Vethathiri's Davam, 9-centered meditation. And also we come across mood elevating hormones will get segregated in a proper way if you do these practices, and definitely it will help you to overcome. That's what your Patanjali in Yoga Sutra also tells. So it is your problem is much connected with these physical and food items. So you follow sattvic diet, you follow Vethathiri's food items. At the same time, you do a little bit more. I don't know your age, but if you are more than 50 years, then you concentrate more on Davam, and definitely you can get rid of this problem. That neuromuscular exercises of Vethathiriyam will give you a very good solution to your problem. Thank you, Kanagaraj.
Be blessed. Manikandan, sir.
சார் வாழ்க வளமுடன் சார். another question சார், இந்த நம்மளுடைய சிம்பிளிஃபைடு எக்ஸசைஸ் இல்லைங்க சார், நம்ம 5th ஸ்டேஜ் வந்து ரைட் லெக் ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணி நம்ம வந்து ஃப்ரண்ட் அண்ட் பேக் பண்றோம் இல்லைங்களா? அதே போல ஏன் வந்து லெஃப்ட் லெக் ஃப்ரண்ட்ல வச்சு நம்ம பண்றது இல்ல? இதுக்கு என்ன காரணம் சார்?
No, that's what we are telling, that whatever the concepts now the researchers telling, that even before the death, Maha Samadhi state of our Maharishi in 2003, and our right domination will be more. It doesn't matter left like that. Right dominated people can do like this, and the left also, the left dominant persons can do. You please consult your assistant professors and professors, and they will be in a good position to explain all this. Thank you, Manikandan.
Be blessed. Parvati.
Sir, good evening. Well said, sir. Thank you, sir. நல்ல டாக். அண்ட் கொரோனா வந்து பிளெஸிங் இன் டிஸ்கைஸ். நம்ம ஹெல்த்துக்கு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு எவ்வளவு முக்கியம்ன்றது வந்து கொரோனானாலையும் தெரிஞ்சிருப்பாங்க. அண்ட் ஆன்லைன் எஜுகேஷனுக்கும் உதவி இருக்கு. பட் மினிமம் ஒரு நாளைக்கு நம்ம எவ்வளவு நேரம் மூச்சு பயிற்சி, யோகா, மெடிடேஷன் எல்லாம் மினிமம் நம்ம குட் ஹெல்த் கீப் பண்ணணும் சார்.
அதாவது வேதாத்திரியே சொல்லியிருக்காரு, நீங்க அதிகபட்சமா அல்லது ஏறக்குறைய 20 மினிட்ஸ் நீங்க தவம் பண்ணீங்கன்னா போதுங்கிறாரு. பிகாஸ் யூ வில் கெட் மேக்ஸிமம் பேசல் மெட்டபாலிக் ரேட். அதே போல அவரோட ப்ராக்டிசஸை நீங்க டெய்லி பண்றப்போ டெஃபினட்டா 15 மினிட்ஸ் ஆஃப் பிராணாயாமா ப்ராக்டிசஸ், பிரீத்திங் ப்ராக்டிசஸ் அதுல வந்துடும். அப்ப 15 மினிட்ஸ் நீங்க செய்யக்கூடிய அந்த பிரீத்திங் எக்ஸசைசஸ் உங்களுக்கு மேக்சிமம் மெடிக்கல் பெனிஃபிட்ஸை கொடுக்கும். அதே போல 20 மினிட்ஸ் நீங்க செய்யக்கூடிய அந்த தவ பயிற்சிகள் இட் வில் கிவ் யூ அரவுண்ட் வாட் யூ நீட் த பேசல் மெட்டபாலிக் ரேட் for your day-to-day living and day-to-day work. So, Vethathiri tells the scientific reasons, and also he knowingly or unknowingly, he included all the scientific findings in his practices because he is telling that I used 20 years to come out from the problems. These kind of exercises I could formulate by spending around 20 years by using his own body as the laboratory. So such a wonderful saint he is, Magan he is, Vethathiri. Thank you, Parvati.
Thank you, sir. Guruve Tunai. Thank you, sir, for answering our questions and sharing your insights and divine thoughts. Let us all put our minds together to thank our dear professor. Come to meditation position. Keep your mind at Turiya Chakra. Professor Dr. r.Elangovan, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. We're happy to bring the following online programs live from Aliyar Temple of Consciousness tomorrow. 6 a.m. in the morning, we have exercises in Tamil. 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 center meditation in Tamil. 7:30, 9 center meditation in English. 11 a.m. we have speech in Tamil on the topic Ubanidamum Vethathiriyamum by Professor Subramanian. Evening 6 p.m. we have Duryatidam meditation English. In Tamil. 7:30 p.m. we have Duryatidam meditation English. 7:55 we have a speech in English by Senior Professor C. Satyamurthy on the topic Duty Consciousness. Please share the invite with your friends and relatives. Let everyone take part in this spiritual journey. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arulnidhi S.K. Mailanandan for his leadership and guidance. See you all tomorrow. This is Vijay from Aliyar World Community Service Center IT team. Be blessed by the divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.